It's just about game time as we're settled into Tampa's Raymond James Stadium. Today, two NFC South teams set to tangle. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The sun is shining on both of these teams. And we're off and running from Raymond James. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Catch made left side by Abuka. Up the sideline to the 45. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They strike for 23 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Fits it through the middle. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead right away. Just like they drew it up in practice this week, partner, and the exact start they wanted to have in this game.
That's 100%. That's why you script and you go over these plays ahead of time. Can't you notice all those amazing essays you wrote at Cal? That start to that paper was so important. It set the tone for the rest of it.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Ty Chandler to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. They'll be led out by the Louisville products. I know those folks are excited for them, as are the folks from Texas Tech and Oregon. Here's Tyler Shuck.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Oh, he shovels it forward, complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. On the keeper, here's Shuck. They get to him behind the line block. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
So the Bucs go to the dime set ahead of this third down. Here he goes, third and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they could be facing fourth down coming up. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from the deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Irving on the counter. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Results. Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shuck working from the gun. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Off the play action, Shuck. Up to the left side, finds Johnson. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 32. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Shuck. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Keep that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Third down, Bucs in the dime set defensively. Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Cameron Johnson back deep to receive. Snap comes in slow, and they block it. They can run with it inside the 15. And they will score. Trouble with the snap, and they're not just able to block it in time. They take it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. They got there. They blocked the kick, Brock, and then absolute chaos ensued.
Yeah, look at the mad scramble to go get that ball. And then as he took off with it towards the end zone. What a wild, frankly, what a fun play to watch. Well, at least for one team. The other side, that's a painful gaffe they'd rather soon forget.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Buccaneers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Saints nothing.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Chandler now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Saints to the line now. First stay and 10. Shot to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Here's ETN on first down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Shotgun snap to Shuck. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I love the thought there and the idea. Get your guy in space. But he can't make anything happen until he catches it cleanly first.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. No throw, third and long. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Ryan Wright on to punt. And he's going to try to avoid having a second one blocked here. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And this game is comfortably in hand early. They take possession with a 14-0 lead. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. They give to Irving to stop his drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Baker now from the gun. It's a big strike downfield to Agbuka. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That one hits for 30. And the Bucs have the first.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Irving here from the gun. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Once again, Irving. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Throw here, 3rd down. McMillan on the slant. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
It's a gain of 6.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. From the left hash, this is from 47. Ooh, snaps a little slow, and the kick is blocked.
You know, even on the best of snaps, the difference between a good kick and a block is really a fraction of a second. Kid, it's why we see those special teams coaches out there with a stopwatch, because they know every millisecond matters, and it just showed up right there.
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
At the 39-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. On the keeper, here's Shuck. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Intended for his
You know, Kate, you get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame. But that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on third down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. Deep to return this one is Cameron Johnson. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Buccaneers and wide receiver Emeka Egbuka set to take over now. And a standout special teams play kept these guys from getting 3 out of that last drive. Probably not looking to leave anything to chance this time around. Take this one in for 6.
And the best way to keep a field goal from getting blocked is not to even put the field goal unit on the field. The extra point unit, that's what they're aiming for.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run by Irving. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A gain of 12 yards. And a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down throw here, Mayfield. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
The aim of any good play caller, especially early in a game, is to get you a one-on-one coverage. And your job, I say it all the time, your job is to win it. Give some credit to that defense. He's out there in man coverage, does a beautiful job of knocking it away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Got his man, it's on him. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Complete to Cade Otton. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Justin Reed with the tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
This is Irving on 2nd. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Saints adding an extra DB. This is 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
He's already attempted one this quarter, and now they're going to bring him on again. His only previous one thus far was blocked. He didn't get it by much, but he did get it. Tucks it in, bottom right. And they were able to convert despite that errant snap.
Saints, nothing.
I think we're all a little surprised he was able to convert that try. It looked like they were not going to be able to get the ball down with that inaccurate snap. I don't talk about poise a lot of times for a kicker, but he just showed it and paid dividends.
Chase
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. He dodged the tackle. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. And I'm sure they're trying to bring it out the puncher, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Shuck now from the gun. Caught out left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Extra man in the secondary for the Bucs on 3rd down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Mayfield now from the gun. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. 17-0 is our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at 3rd and very long. That one's good to Godwin. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They get 22 out of that play. And the Bucs have the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there.
He's got it! Oh, right body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down.
6 yards.
This play goes for 36. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
First and 10.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Tried getting it to Emeka Egbuka, and now it's second down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Once more, it's Mayfield. This is hauled in by on the right side. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Third and 1.
Those corner routes to the tight ends, devastating. Even if the throw isn't perfect or the timing's slightly off, those tight ends are big enough they can adjust and bring it in.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on third down. Mayfield keeps it himself. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Quickly, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The XP is up and good. And the Buccaneers make it a 24-point ball game.
Saints nothing.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Chandler now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Saints to the line now. First and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. They kick the running back in motion. Sharp working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third and just 2 to go. Man in motion, headed right. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. That's one he knows he should have had. So it's going to be 4th and short.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Mayfield. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Bucs have the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Sticking in the air. Here's Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They get 23 on that one. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Cut at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Baker now off the play fake. Catch made left side by Amuka. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Baker now from the gun. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers running away with it in the 2nd quarter. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point, not too confident, but it had enough to go. And the Buccaneers continue piling on to this lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Chandler now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Saints come marching onto the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Connects with Johnson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Shuck. Pressure's there, and the Bucs got him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Throw here, 3rd down. It's on target to Johnson. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. He's at the 30, gets the 10, and he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start to fight back with their first points of this game. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Smith tacks on the point after. And the Saints get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points.
Saints 7.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Johnson now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. It's Irving. On that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Brought in left side by Godwin. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Saints, down running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They've got a man in motion. 3rd down, here's Shuck. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Ryan Wright's out there to punt this one. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. Here come the Bucs on offense now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Carry here for Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 37-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They send McMillan left. Throwing, Baker. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he put everything he's got behind it. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. Emeka Egbuka, the intended target. And that brings up 4th and long.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to go now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Saints to the line now. First and 10. On play action, here's Shaw. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On second down, it's Etienne. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Breaks free in the center of the field. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown.
Hey, Kate, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
For the extra point, here's Smith. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now.
Saints 14.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Johnson with a return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Mayfield now from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So it's second down coming up.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Throwing again is Baker. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around?
Fair catch made here at the 30. The Saints send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Etienne. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Chuck now from the gun. He butts a couple of defenders and completes it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Off the play action, Chuck. It has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. 3rd and long for him here. Screen here for Camara. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They've got 1st down here from the 36. To throw, Shuck. Steps up and he's running with it. And Shuck's going to have a 1st down as he slides in safely.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide of practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
There's no question, Kate, with the big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite. But it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They send a man in motion. Throwing, Chuck. Cut out left. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Pressure coming, it's Shuck. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. They're going to try with Etienne. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Shuck working from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Shuck looking to pass here. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Shuck now on 3rd and goal. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Smith able to put it through. And the gap closes to 14 points.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the 2nd half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this 1st half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Saints send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. That passing game they went to in the 1st half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half, too, as they chase this lead. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. He'll start the second half with ETN, and he has enough room to gain about 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Pistol snap here to Shuck. Gets this to Fant. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, the spot's at the 37. It's going to be 3rd down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Shuck running the sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Here's ETN on 1st down. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shuck to throw. Setting up the screen. And he spins right by him. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd and just 2 to go. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. ETN on the catch. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the pistol, they're going to run with ETN. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw. Shuck. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now we have a member of the Saints injured after that play and obviously in need of some assistance. So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Inside handoff goes to ETN. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. And this one belongs to the Buccaneers. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he could absorb a shot. right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. To the air on 3rd and long. It's on target to Johnson. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Kamara gets it off the option. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Trying it right side with Etienne. And he's going to be knocked backwards. This loses yards to the 7. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Chuck on 3rd down. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
4th down, here's Shuck. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the counter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Baker now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play And then all of a sudden, in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately, there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. He has it at the 13. And he'll get it up to the 27. The Saints send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession.
First down, Saints.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Shuck to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. Shuck now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's tackled for a short gain.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Etienne on the give. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Shuck. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And they come back out to the field with something to prove, Brock. You've told me before that it is embarrassing to give up a safety.
Yeah, it's a little hard, Kate, to run off the field and look at your defensive mates as you've given up 2 points on offense. So, yeah, the last thing they want to do is do that again and instead turn this momentum around.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. We give to Irving to stop his drive. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
17-yard line.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Once again, Irving. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Mayfield now from the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
You know, anytime you see a player tapping his chest, I'm not a great lip reader, but I know exactly what that says. My bad. My fault. Quarterback delivers him a good ball. He knows that's one he should have caught.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll throw. Third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. So they're left with fourth down here.
Fourth down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this round too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First and 10. Here's Shuck. They'll look underneath here for ETN. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Second and 3 now. On the run, it's ETN. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
And the Saints
First and 10 from the 32. Shuck. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Rush coming for Shuck. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football. It is a part of the game, even for the very best. Nothing more to do about it now than shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be coming right back your way.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Punting unit out now. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Baker now off the play fake. This is hauled in by Ahn on the right side. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the give to Irving. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Irving has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a 3-possession game. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
McLaughlin to tack on the extra point. And the kick is no good. The snap was off the mark, and that leads to a miss hit on the point after. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Chandler now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Off the play action. Jump. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Shuck working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taking a shot deep here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
On now comes their punter. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. Here come the Bucs on offense now. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Now send their tight end right. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Gain of 11. And a 1st down. 1st and 10.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First down from the 42. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Connects on the crosser. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a gain of 22. And the Bucs have the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got first down here from the 36. Irvin here from the gun. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contest. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Escapes the pocket. I don't think he got there. Nope, he was not able to make the marker. Will we see them go for it now, Brock, here on 4th down?
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1. Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal.
So that field goal gonna have to wait a little bit longer. That's the end of our 3rd quarter. The Buccaneers have that football, partner, and more importantly, they've got a good lead. Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. And he missed it, it's no good. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul, somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
First down now, ball at the 33. Chuck's gonna throw here. He puts some juice on it deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
On play action, here's Shuck. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end, and it's going to be 2nd down.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurried throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up, 2nd and 10. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. On 2nd and 10 now, here's Shuck. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
incomplete.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. He was good on his first attempt, and a second from a little over 45 here. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. But I do see a flag out there. Let's see what the call is. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. Running it after the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Throwing from the gun here. Drops back. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
3rd and long.
The Buccaneers go to the nickel, 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Slow snap, and they're in to block it. And they scoop up the block and don't stop until they reach pay dirt. Well, shout out to the special teamers, Brock. They got somebody in free to block that kick, and things just got better from there as he took it all the way back.
These special teams coaches, they live in dark places, man, and they look for any vulnerability they can. A lot of times, you're a step slow, just a millisecond away. Not that time. It pays off in the biggest of ways.
For the extra point, here's Smith. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints make it an 11-point ball game.
37, Saints 26.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. On the return, here's Gainwell. Escapes a defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Right back to Irving now. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Dump off caught by his back. Shoots away from one. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Past midfield to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand at saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
Well, you can see he gets the ball and he sees a defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Baker now from the gun. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that's separation.
And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 18.
44, Saints 26.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Chuck now from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football, even from the best at every level. Nothing more to do but shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be right back your way.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. To throw, Chuck. He's going to tuck it and run. And a good business decision there as he covers up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now 3rd down.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Chuck on 3rd down. It's complete. This is Olave. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He thought Todd Bowles did not like what he saw, and he's thrown the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens, because you've got to make that transition from college, where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They gave it another look after Todd Bowles' challenge, but the call's going to stand. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Pressure coming. It's Chuck. Screen here for Kamara. And they make the tackle at the 38. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Running back sent in motion. Chuck now on 1st down. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Chuck. He has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
1st and 10. Here's Chuck. And this is going to be a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
For the extra point, here's Smith. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Saints make it an 11-point ball game.
Saints 33.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Johnson now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Irving. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Motion man left is Egbuka. Mayfield now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On 1st down, they're going to run with Irving. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Irving on the inside give. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To the air on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
And he's there. Fair catch called for and taken. The Saints come marching onto the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Off the play action. Chuck. Taken in by Vele, right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Shuck working from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Might shift to the run here. 3rd and inches. Shuck running the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, shot. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Give all the credit to the coverage on that one. Even with plenty of time to throw, they never gave him a lane to complete it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And the Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop him. And that's really one of the only things this offense couldn't afford to see happen, Brock. It's 4th and long.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Going with Irving here. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Carry here for Irving. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. And they score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers have likely locked up the win right there. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
McLaughlin sets on the extra point. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 18.
51. Saints 33.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This return starts at the 5. He lost the football, and they dodge a turnover there on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Shot to throw. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Saints hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw. Shuck. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Setting up the screen. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shuck. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's on target to Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. But a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. To throw again here. It's Shuck. That finds Vele. Complete. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Shuck now from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now Shuck to throw. Taking a final shot at the end zone. This is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. They've got a 4th down decision to make. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. That's no way to end a game, right, Brock? Can't have a defensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. Here he goes, one final shot. From the pop, pressure's there, and the Bucs got it. Sound the cannons, baby! The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.